Any child that has a developmental delay as their disability classification will lose that classification, depending on the state, but federally, they will lose that classification by age 9. The idea is that at some point, that developmental delay will either become an actual diagnosis that can be classified under IDEA, or the child will no longer have that developmental delay. So I'm not sure how old or what state. Some states stop it at age 5, some by age 6, but what they do have to do is reevaluate before they determine whether or not to take away that IEP. So the fact that your child has an autism diagnosis, if I'm the advocate, I would be looking at what are the opportunities that the school is keeping your child from getting without having autism as the classification. Most schools will tell you that the evaluation should be comprehensive, complete, so that it identifies all deficits and they are remediating or servicing any deficit, whether it's your kid has an autism diagnosis and maybe the classification is autism, but they also have signs of dyslexia. They're not going to say, hey, I'm sorry, we're not going to do that because all we are servicing is autism. They're supposed to service every area of need for that child. So if there is like a specific autism program at your school, some schools will have specific type programs and they're not putting your child in it because he doesn't have the autism classification, then that's where if I were you, I would schedule a reevaluation in order to determine whether or not they're going to change that classification. They're not going to randomly change it just because he has a diagnosis. They do need to do a reevaluation, or that reevaluation doesn't necessarily have to be the school doing testing all over again. The reevaluation can consider whatever diagnostic information that you have done privately. A lot of schools don't just rely on that, but they can. So hope this helps, and let me know if you have any other questions.